supervisor, I condemn the ICE raids, and I say stop these violent ICE raids. It's unacceptable as is happening at workplaces, at school graduations, and even today in our immigration courts. And I condemn the militarized occupation of Los Angeles. And so as an elected official, I'm very clearly saying to Trump's attempt to occupy our city, no.
Yeah.
To any federal occupation of our city. We have to be clear that Trump is violating and undermining our Constitution and our basic rights. And as your supervisor, I'm chairing a committee called Alameda County Together for All, Act for All. That charge, that
Yeah, man, so the Raisins made it up north. And, you know, they say it's going on all over the country right now. Trump doing this one, too. It's a lot of mixed emotions, bruh. And this, that, and the third about whether or not black people should be in on the support and the protest, whatever, how you, and this, that, and the third. Let's keep it lit.
What's up, bro? Hey, it's Les from No Jumper, bro. It's really nice to meet you. You feel me? You know, I fuck with you heavy. I chopped it up with you with DJ Phrase before. Is it cool if I interview you for No Jumper real quick? You feel me? We got RJ in the building, legendary rapper. You feel me? One of the hardest for many, many years. What are we doing outside right now, RJ?
Oh man, shit's protesting. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that we straight. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we stay straight. You know what I'm saying? We all together, so you feel me? We gotta stay together.
How important is black and brown unity in the city of Los Angeles?
Oh, very important, man. That's all we know. That's all we know. That's all we grew up on, you know what I mean? We went to the same schools, you know what I'm saying? Go to the same hospitals, you know what I mean? We live in the same places. We, you know what I'm saying? We all one, for real.
Have you been directly affected by the by the maneuvers of ICE and what they've done?
Directly affected, I wouldn't say like no, but you know what I mean, my friends are, you know, so, you know what I mean, I'm standing with my friends, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
So what's going on, brother? What just happened to you?
Basically, one of the cops started...
Yeah, man, so people upset that so-called black people is not joining in the protests or whatever, how you, like, you know, like I said earlier, that's pretty much the conversation. And certain people is speaking out as to why they not supporting and you know, the lack of appreciation for last support and not getting support from other people when it's time for our causes to be support, like reparations, Trayvon Martin, just a whole bunch of things. Let's get into it though.
I was on TikTok scrolling right while I was eating my food, and I'm so glad that a lot of black people are starting to wake up from this whole black and brown coalition. Yes, are there a few Hispanics that are cool, genuinely cool Mexicans with black people? Sure. But for the majority, y'all don't really fool with us like that. Let's really keep it a bean. Y'all want to be honorary whites so bad, but then when y'all start getting gaffled up, now all of a sudden, black people, we all, we all are oppressed by the white man. No, when you go to prison, y'all side with them. In the workforce, y'all side with them. On your IDs, you classify yourself as white. Don't know. You'll be all right. And then I keep seeing them saying, oh yeah, black people, they gonna get you too. No shade to immigrants, but we're not immigrants. We're from here. This is our home. Where the hell are we going? Our ancestors built this country so your ass can have a better life, can leave your homeland for a better opportunity. And why would I want to help out somebody that's been calling me all types of mayates or whatever it's called, and niggers, and you're lazy, you don't deserve reparations, you're stupid, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Well, let me sit my lazy ass down. Juneteenth is next week, and we're going to have a ball next week. And not sit here and be worried about what the hell you got going on, because why? We're lazy. See, y'all be thinking we're stupid and forget, no, we're not doing this whole one-sided relationships no more. And that goes for any group that speak down on black people, especially black Americans. How come y'all don't hit up the Asian communities? Y'all better hit them up. Y'all better hit up the other Hispanic groups. No, because especially the Asians, you know damn well they ain't finna stand up for your ass. Y'all treat black people like the grandma out the family, where everybody just go to grandma's house for the voice of reason and to fight for you, to stand up for you. No, we finna sit out because we're lazy. And a lot of people that don't understand what's going out there in LA or have a idea of the politics that's going on out there, y'all need to be quiet. In real life, them Hispanics out there don't mess with them. Because the moment y'all start being up again, then we all types of lazy motherfuckers and monkeys. It's just so funny that they got all the smoke for us. They ain't got shit to do with it, but you don't have this type of energy for other groups or people that are oppressing y'all. But see, this is where we have to take accountability as black people. We've been the punching bag, the scapegoat for so long, they've become used to it. We got our own damn problems, and when we do have our problems, where the hell do they be at? And celebrities, what the fuck are you speaking up for their issues, but can't speak up for black people getting reparations?
And speaking of reparations, it's a lot of like videos that's like resurfacing about like, I'm gonna get into it. Let's get into it.
You better turn on your radio, man.
So what do you think about these black lives matter that they want to be paid for being slaves and all that?
Reparations.
Yeah, there.
Are you talking about reparations? Well, I heard they passed in North Carolina.
Yes.
But it was,
What?
It was a small little town in North Carolina that passed reparations for whoever's over there. I'm sure they'll try to do something out here in California. I think they already actually got a little board going that they're going to start looking into it. So
yeah, and that's when we, the raza, need to step up, protest, and I'm talking major, and turn around and tell them, no, nobody getting reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get ours first. We've been going through this crap a lot longer, so I don't want to hear it. Because it's not fair, dog. How are you going to give a bunch of money to a specific group, dog? This is the United States, a melting pot. How are you going to give it to a specific group?
Because right now they've got the white people with so much guilt. It was your parents. And it goes back to this. That would be like me going back and talking about, hey, fool, you busted my homie. You told me, hey, but then...
No, that wouldn't even be like that. That's not even close.
Why?
It'd be like, hey, fool, your great-great-great-grandfather busted on my great-great-great-grandmother.
But that's what I'm getting at with that. Our stuff with our war wasn't that long ago. So if they can bring something up from 200 years...
Yeah, man, so it's crazy. It's like, when you hear something like that, you can see why a lot of the sentiments in the community are the way they is right now. It's a trip because people like that's a point that they like to bring up. Like, man, that shit was so long ago. Get over it. Strap your bootstraps up. You American. But it's like the position so-called black people in are as a community today is the results of what happened all the way back then. But
just last week, y'all had black fatigue. Just last week, every other demographic who wasn't black, y'all had black fatigue. Now y'all are demanding black bodies to be put on the front line. There's other ways to protest, there's other ways to help. But I find it kind of insane that all of you had black fatigue.
What if the idea of black and brown unity is just another lie we tell ourselves to feel safer in a system that was never built for us? Survival ain't the reason they don't side with us. It's preference. Think about it. In prisons, they don't roll with us. On the job sites, they don't hire us. In their homes, they don't want us dating their daughters. And in the courtroom, they often vote for policies against us. But my people want to cling to the few who march like it erases the ones who mock. And before you say that's not all of them, ask one of your Mexican partners what mejora la raza means. It means to improve the race. But improve it how? By whitening it. By erasing blackness. Go on and sit with that for a minute. They dance to our music, they talk like us, they move into our neighborhoods, and we let them. Then they gatekeep jobs, culture, and even respect, and we let them. This ain't about racism, man. It's about rivalry, because nobody imitates what they pity. They imitate what they envy, and deep down they know what we got can't be copied. So maybe it ain't hate. Maybe it's hidden competition. Maybe it ain't ignorance. Maybe it's inherited bias. Or maybe blacks was never meant to look for allies. Just remember who we are. I love my people. I hope y'all safe out there, and I hope you get home safe. Man, y'all have a good.
Yeah, shout out, bruh. I think especially like when it comes to the ally thing and all that, and I think certain so-called black people is kind of like realizing that they don't have no allies, and I think even in not going to protest with some of our Mexican brothers and sisters or whatever have you, right? Because it's all the human race. I think it's still love there. I think it's just tough love and being tired of taken for granted. Yeah, but I wanted to get into this last video. It's crazy because a lot of people notice that so-called Mexicans or whatever have you, they rather side with our Caucasian counterparts or, you know, whatever the case is, even after so long of getting support from the so-called black community.
As a woman who grew up in Southern California almost all her life, I'm going to tell you something that most people wouldn't know unless you grew up in a majority Hispanic state or area. I watched the change go from majority white, then in certain areas it would change to majority black, and then the Hispanics took over in a lot of these areas, Compton being a prime example. So the problem isn't that they came in and they took it over. The problem is the culture behind the takeover. So I knew that the culture, white culture, was not going to allow this for too much longer. Even as a kid, I would be looking like, I don't think they're going to, this is not going to last forever, because the amount of businesses that Hispanics have started that has put white men out of business, I knew they weren't going to let this slide forever. That's just not in their culture. We've all watched it go from majority white and black construction workers to all Hispanic, even all the way up to the top, because culturally they help each other. Very inclusive, right? Nothing wrong with that. I wish we were like that. The problem with the culture is they keep everybody out. They keep everyone else out. And that is why I knew that the Hispanic takeover that's been slowly happening over the years was not going to last forever. Too many deals that have been taken from white people too many companies that have went out of business because a Hispanic company can do it for cheaper and better and faster, so on and so forth. Oh, I knew. They're able to get supplies better, quicker, cheaper. So a lot of companies that, provided supplies and things went out of business because they were getting better deals on it. Because Hispanics were getting better deals because they know somebody that knows somebody, right? All these high-paying trades that have been being taken over by Hispanics and putting white people out of business, baby, I knew. And that's the real reason why all of a sudden they up in arms about this, and the white culture as a whole is like, yeah, we got to get them up out of here. Because not only do we want our jobs back, but we want to have our people back working the jobs. And not even just white people, but black people. Yeah, that's why they haven't put us out, and they're not trying to put us out. As much as we done been told, go back to Africa, if they really wanted us to go, we'd have been gone. But I think the nail in the coffin for the Hispanic community was the amount of arrogance that came with the takeover. It's the arrogance that came with it. Entitlement of ownership of places like California, New Mexico, Florida, and all these other, it's a large Hispanic population. That's really what the nail in the coffin for the Hispanic community. It's not because, they're illegal. Yeah, they're illegal. That's their reason to get you out. That's their justification. But they've been wanting y'all gone. But they wanted your labor for cheap too. So I think it's just gotten to a point that we're like, oh, okay, so the cheap labor is not really, we ain't doing, it's cheaper, but it's not worth them continuing to take over and put us out of business and then lock everybody else out. Because they wasn't just locking black people out, they was locking white people out too.
Yeah, man, so I think it's a little bit of validity in what she says. Imagine, right, and from my understanding, right, I misspoke about, a lot of people think California was Mexico. It was, they had a battle, and then they end up coming to some agreement about it or whatever have you. But just imagine America being the house, right? Imagine you inviting somebody over to the house, and then they start putting up decorations and cooking and doing hella shit, acting like it's their house. So I think she might have a point. And I'm not saying, because it's a melting pot. America, we all, that's the thing about it. It's a bunch of us over here, different places and shit like that. But I think a little bit of the conquistador spirit has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Yeah, like, it's a good thing that y'all look out for y'all own, but then that leaves everybody else assed out. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. And it's like, it is, just to speak on that arrogance for a bit, it's been a one-sided relationship a little bit, right? So for you to then ask, why ain't they, and I know, like, we get support from certain groups, certain pockets of certain groups and shit like that, right? I understand that, but the sentiment I gather from the community is that ain't enough support, and they know this. That ain't what's been going on, ain't gonna continue to be able to go on if y'all want a relationship with us, type shit. You feel me? And yeah, I mean, while it's terrible to see injustices happening to certain people, if somebody will say, "What injustice? They illegal," type shit. But it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. I think they getting handled a little bit the wrong way, type shit, and it's just crazy. It's a tricky situation because it's political. Some people reasoning for not being in support of the ICE raids or for being in support of the ICE raids is that it's the immigrants that's coming over is taking jobs and it's too crowded and get this, they say even the Mexican Americans who are citizens, right, or people who might have immigrated over here legally are in support of Trump as well because they feel like it's too crowded too, and then it kind of diminishes if they had to go through the process of, the immigration process or whatever have you, for somebody to just be let over here without having to do any of that is kind of like a slap in their face type shit, right? Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This shit, it seems like it's gonna continue to keep going. Yeah, they serious about it. Trump, he want to make sure this shit is, and some people get this, bro. Some people believe this. We in an invasion right now. Yeah, that we have been invaded. Remember when they was... It's deep, bro. It's fake deep, but I ain't gonna talk y'all ear off. It's political, hella shit. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. We on to the next one, bro.
Paper hoe, cause shit, that's what the paper's for. Young niggas chasing dough, but what we racing for? But we ain't racing, we just don't know how to make it slow. Know how to make it grow. Sell a bitch the game. You gotta charge a bitch hard, it just ain't the same. My young nigga, he insane, he'll yank your brain. You wanna sit up and complain, I want the finer things. I told that bitch to